Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of No Holds Barred. Rob Wong, joined alongside by Postmedia wrestling writer Jan Murphy. And WrestleMania 41 set for April 19th and 20th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. And we are pleased to be joined by one of the women that will be competing in the triple threat match on night 2 against Bianca Belair and Io Sky as she tries to regain her WWE World Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley. Rhea, thanks so much for chatting with us today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
It's crazy that time is flying by. You're getting ready for your 6th WrestleMania. Your first, of course, was WrestleMania 36 during COVID, where it was behind closed doors at the Performance Center. Not many people can say there were no fans in attendance for their WrestleMania debut. But what do you remember about the weeks and days leading up to that first Mania?
Yeah, it's it's a wild thing to think and then say out loud. No fans in attendance, my first WrestleMania. It was just like a wild mixture of emotions because I remember going to the stadium and walking around and looking at everything and I was getting so excited. I was like, my family's going to be here. And then obviously everything got shut down. So my build up to WrestleMania was kind of like very strange and my emotions were kind of everywhere because I was so excited to, one, be a part of WrestleMania. Two, this was like the biggest moment of my career, like at that current time. But then to have it kind of all be ripped away and back at the Performance Center, which is where I started training here in America with WWE, it kind of just felt very strange to me. It didn't feel real. Obviously, it's still my first Mania. I still want to go out there. I want to have like an amazing match. I want to have fun and take everything in that's obviously going on in the ring only because that's only what we had. But I remember going out there and like just doing my entrance, and even that in itself was so awkward. It was so awkward because like it was at a time where you can't take forever to walk through the curtain because there's no fans. So like you literally have to like go as soon as your music hits so they have something to see watching on their TVs. And for me, I have a certain point in my song where I go out there, especially with my older song as well, which was like a good like 5 to 10 seconds before I went out. So like walking out straight away was it threw me off because then I had to just pace on the stage and wait for my stomp and then awkwardly walk down to the ring to absolutely no high fives, no cheers, no nothing, just Charlotte looking back at me. And I'm just like, oh no. But it was fun and it was a memory and it's a part of history that I can never erase and no one can ever erase. And I was a part of the first and only WrestleMania with absolutely zero fans. So I'll take it as an accomplishment.
Rhea, I was speaking with Tiffany Stratton yesterday, and one of the things that really struck me is she admitted to being nervous. She said she's feeling a lot of pressure. It's WrestleMania. It's her first. It's against Charlotte like you had. Do you still feel like that yourself all these WrestleManias later, or has that settled down for you now?
No, I still get so extremely nervous. Like, I feel like if you don't get nervous, especially before WrestleMania, I feel like you just don't care. And once you don't care, I think it's time to quit the business. I think everyone should be getting nervous, especially before WrestleMania. I think everyone should be getting nervous before every moment on TV or different PLE, because it means that you care about the product and what you're putting out there for everyone else to see as well. So I completely understand Tiffany being nervous and scared and having all these emotions while still being excited because one, she's going out there with Charlotte Flair. I know what that feels like, first Mania. Two, it's her first WrestleMania and it's just like, it's a big deal. Like everyone works so hard to get to the point where they can compete at WrestleMania and she's finally been able to accomplish that and she's walking in as champion as well, to say the least, which is absolutely insane. For me, I get nervous, dude. I get so nervous. I remember WrestleMania last year, WrestleMania 40 against Becky Lynch. I legit had a panic attack for like 2 hours. I was freaking out. I remember it was 30 minutes before the show started. We were match number 1 and I was still in hair and makeup. I didn't have my gear on yet. I was panicking because I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, Gorilla is at least a 10-minute walk away. It's just like so many things go into that one moment before you step through the curtain, and they're also nerve-wracking because you're legit getting pulled in so many different directions throughout the day, and then you have the biggest match of your career as well on top of that. So it's a very terrifying show to be a part of, but an amazing show to be a part of.
So this match you got against Io and Bianca, two women you have a lot of history with dating back to NXT. Have you been able to take a bit of a step back and just think about the journey that all of you have been on to get to this point where you've all had WrestleManias, but now you're getting to share this specific match for the WWE title at the biggest stage of them all?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to them two, I always step back and think about what we've been able to accomplish and overcome. I'm always going through my phone and looking at old photos of all of us just like making history together and growing up together, from taking over Raw and SmackDown as a part of NXT to then the first ever Women's War Games to absolutely everything. It's just, we've always been there every step of the way. So to be able to sort of come together at WrestleMania 41 and all be fighting for the Women's World Championship, which is something that I obviously really want back. It's insane to think that we've all been able to stick it out and come this far, and we've all become such big superstars here in the WWE. When I know the struggles that I've gone through, I know some of the struggles Io's gone through, I know some of the struggles that Bianca's gone through, and for all of us to kind of like stick it out and continue going because this is our dream, it's awesome to be a part of this moment, be a part of this history for all three of us. Obviously, I really wanted to have my singles match against Bianca Belair, both being on WWE 2K24 cover together. We've been talking about this moment, but throw Io in the mix too. It's so unpredictable, and it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult, but it's going to be fun. And I can't wait to continue to make history with these women.
The last incarnation of Rhea Ripley was as a part of Judgment Day. Do you still sort of keep tabs on what's happening with Judgment Day? You were so embroiled in it for so long, such a key part of it. Do you still keep your eyes on what's happening there?
Honestly, Judgment Day died when Damien and I got turned on. They died when we got kicked out. They died. They're not the Judgment Day anymore, and I absolutely have no idea what the hell they're doing.
Fantastic.
Well said. Look, WrestleMania is obviously known for wrestlers rocking special ring gear, special entrances. You've had some pretty amazing ones. Can you give us any hints about what we may see in Las Vegas?
Well, it really depends on what gets done in time and what is allowed. But I can tell you that it's going to be a little bit different. When I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. So like my jacket will be a little bit different to my normal ring jacket attire. But I don't want to give away too much. Just know that like I put up that little Joker card always, and that's a little clue.
Interesting.
One last from me. It's more of a fun question than anything else. El Grande Americano, to you, is that a Starbucks drink or is that a legit luchador?
Now that you say it like that, it is a Starbucks drink.
I thought, dude, that's a Starbucks drink, right? It's a great Starbucks drink.
What the hell? It's like Starbucks mixed with like Four Loko or something.
Yeah, it's an insane, crazy drink. Last one for me as well. You're featured on the most recent episode of Stephanie's Places with Stephanie McMahon. For people that haven't seen it yet, what can they expect to see and hear from your interview with Steph?
Just a little insight into who I am as a person and the struggles that I have gone through and overcome, and just a little glance at how things work within my head. I'm very complicated. I'm a very complicated human, but I have struggles of my own, and I want people to know that I've been able to overcome a lot of them and strive for greatness, and I want other people to do that too. So if anyone needs a little confidence boost or just needs to get out of the little rut that they're in, I would advise them to go give it a watch, because everyone's got struggles and life's like a crazy roller coaster. And if I can help you out in any way, then I'd love to.
I can't think of two more powerful, inspiring women than you and Stephanie either. So looking forward to that.
It's insane. I remember her asking me to do it, and I was like, absolutely. That was the coolest, one of the coolest things that I've done. And then getting to do my entrance as Stephanie's dressed as me with my full makeup and jacket. It was just like, what is my life? Like, what is my job? This is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, really surreal. Well said. Rhea, thanks so much for the time. We wish you the best of luck at WrestleMania 41, and hopefully we'll talk again down the road. Thanks for this.
No worries. Thank you guys.